Hey, everybody. Pastor Frank, I want to stop by just a second here in worship to bring you a greeting from our Bishop, Mike McKee, but also to remind you or formally announce that our Charge Conference, our annual sort of business meeting of the church, will be December 6th, which is 2 weeks from today at 3 o'clock. The purpose of that meeting is to do, the membership rolls and the budget and those kind of things. But this year, it's especially important because we will be approving the building plans for our renovation. So last year we had our capital campaign. Our building committee has worked with architects and within its own design team to come up with a great plan. We've shared that on a Zoom call and a few town hall meetings for the congregation. And if you haven't watched that yet, I invite you to do that before the meeting so that you know exactly what you're voting on. The meeting will be held in person as well as virtually. And so if you feel comfortable coming to the Celebration Center 3 o'clock on the 6th for the meeting, you're welcome to do that. You'll need to wear a mask and you'll have to register beforehand so that we can establish contact tracing in case anyone becomes ill. We'll know exactly who was here and how to contact them. If you want to be a part of the meeting on the Zoom call, that's fine. Your vote counts just as well, and we will send out the information for that meeting next week. But I want to remind you that meeting is coming. It's really important, and plan to attend, participate. Here's a letter from Bishop McKee. He asked us to read all this, every conference church to read it in worship this week. To United Methodists of the North Texas Conference, the ongoing crisis of COVID-19 virus has brought pleas from public officials to our community. In a recent meeting, faith leaders were asked to warn our congregations of a possible spike in the number of cases in the coming days. They have discovered that the increase in cases we are seeing comes from social gatherings where people feel safer and do not heed the healthcare community's warnings to wear masks and practice social distancing, especially during family gatherings and large social events. Currently, more positive COVID-19 cases are being reported than at any time since the pandemic first began. This is true nationally, in Texas, and in all counties across North Texas, regardless of size. We do, however, have the ability to contain the spread of the virus by wearing masks, washing hands, and maintaining proper social distancing. I ask that you please heed the advice of and defer to the recommendations of public officials and health practitioners who are the most knowledgeable about this virus so that our communities can return to a place of good health. For the time being, we will continue to have churches open for in-person worship, provided that all attendees strictly follow proper protocols. A vital part of this is wearing masks during all phases of your church's worship service, from before you walk into the building and including your time in the pews. There are pastors who, knowing the context of caseloads in the church's community, may choose to suspend public worship for a season, and I would support your pastor in making such a decision. Please know, however, there may become a time when all in-person worship will be suspended. As people of faith, we place a considerably high value on how we live together in community. This is a critical tenet of who we are as United Methodists. We must realize how our actions can affect our church community and the broader communities in which we live. We must act in ways that show our love for one another and lift each other up. Specifically, we must not do anything that could conceivably harm others, intentionally or otherwise. We will wear masks. We will practice social distancing. We will do no harm. For more than 8 months, we have been challenged in ways that many of us could never have imagined. Thank you for your perseverance and faithful witness, which has made us a stronger church. May you have a blessed Thanksgiving. Peace. Michael McKee, Resident Bishop of the North Texas Conference. And y'all, I just add my prayers to that we all have a blessed Thanksgiving this week, wherever we are, however we're celebrating, and that we all express our thanksgiving for God, for God's grace, for our church family, and for the communities in which we live. God bless you. Bye.